Hi, this is Kath Andrews from raisinghappychickens.com. So we're on day 4 of my incubating eggs now, and about 20 minutes ago I noticed something really weird, and that was that the Octagon 20 incubator that I'm using suddenly shot up in humidity levels to about between 70 and 75%, which is much too high. It should be around 60. And that was an indicator to me that there was something wrong in the incubator. I knew it wasn't the incubator itself, it's very, very reliable. So I decided that I'd candle some of the eggs just to see if there was anything untoward happening. And I'm now going to show you what I discovered and what I think is the reason for the humidity going up. So I'm just going to get one of my Legbar eggs out. I wouldn't normally candle this early in incubation. Normally I would wait until day 5 at the earliest. I'm going to have to turn the light off in the room so we can have a look at this. Okay, so this is a Legbar egg. The camera's just focusing now. Okay, and if I turn it here, I'm hoping that the camera will pick this up. Okay, it is doing. So what you can see here is that this egg has a crack in it. It starts up here, it comes down, branches off there, but then it continues all the way down here. And then there's a little other crack down there as well. Now you can see from looking at this egg, it's very porous. So if I turn it this way round, there's no cracks on this side, but you can see that there's lots of little light dots, and that means that the egg's quite porous. I think what's happened is that the crack in the egg has developed for a reason. I mean, there can be lots of reasons. It may just have knocked against another egg. It may be that this egg was just had a very, I can feel it there. If I run my finger there, I can feel that little crack. It's a tiny little hairline crack. It may be that this egg shell was just very fragile and it's cracked. Now, I have two choices. One is that I can throw it out now, and the other one is that I can try to fix it. The problem with leaving an egg in the incubator which has cracked, even if it's a tiny little crack like this is just a little hairline crack which you can't see with the naked eye. I only saw it when I candled the egg. The problem with leaving that in an incubator is bacteria. So an incubator is a really great place for bacteria to grow because it's warm and humid. And an egg like this will take in bacteria just from the air. Now, I've washed my hands before I candle this egg. I always do. You have to make very sure that your hygiene is very good when you're handling eggs while they're incubating. So I washed my hands. The incubator's very clean. I clean it always before I start hatching. But even so, the egg will just pick up bacteria from the air. I'm just going to turn the light on again. So if this egg is left and not mended, eventually it'll go bad. And the problem with an egg that goes bad in an incubator is that it's likely to spread its bacteria all over the other eggs, and you can actually lose an entire hatch for that reason. At worst, if I hadn't noticed it, the egg could have exploded. And again, if an egg explodes in the incubator, then you've got real problems because it's just spreading bacteria. The noise you could hear in the background just then is my little incubator, the little mini Advance, just turning the eggs. So what I'm going to do with this egg is I'm going to try and fix it because we are quite early in incubation, and I'm going to fix it by just dripping some candle wax on it. Now, people use different things when they're trying to fix cracks like this. Some people use duct tape. Some people use sticking plaster. I've not had success with either of those things. I just find that they come off too easily. Some people use nail varnish, and the reason I don't is because I just don't like the thought of a perfumed thing going into the egg. So I use something very straightforward, which is a little candle. Now, I haven't actually got any plain candles at the moment, so I'm going to use this. It's a birthday cake candle, and all I'm going to do is to just light it and drip it over the place where the egg's cracked. Now, I'm going to try and do this on camera, but I'm going to have to turn off the light because I need to see very clearly where the crack is. So let's get that turned off. Turn on the candler. This is my little Brincy candler. This is the high intensity candler, so it gives me a really good view of the egg. There we go. Okay, so that's the crack, and all I'm going to do is to light up this little candle and let it drip onto the crack. That will seal the hole, and hopefully that'll be enough to keep the egg intact. Now, I'm going to obviously... Oops, it's gone out. I'm obviously going to keep an eye on this egg very carefully over the next couple of days, and if there's any sign at all that it's going bad, then I'm afraid the egg will have to be ditched. Okay, so you can see I've already started, although that was a bit of a mistake really, it just dripped. But I can see where the crack is. I'm just going to let the candle wax drip down it. Okay, and that will seal it. The candle wax won't go into the egg, the crack's not big enough for that. You can see here, just here, you may not be able to see on camera, but it's actually cracked right across there as well. Will this egg hatch? Well, only time will tell. The way to tell if an egg is going bad in the incubator is actually to smell. Now, I've not got a very good sense of smell, but even I can smell when an egg is going rotten. And if you get any sense at all that you've got an egg going rotten in the incubator, get rid of it straight away. Okay, now when I've done this before, sometimes people have asked me, well, doesn't the heat cook the egg? And the answer is no. The heat from a birthday candle really isn't enough to cook the egg. So, you can see where the egg is cracked here. So I've got wax going all the way down there. No, that's not a crack. No, that's just a little blemish in the egg there. So you can feel, if you just feel along the egg with your fingers, you can feel where it's cracked, and that's not cracked there. Okay, so I'm going to put this egg back into the incubator. I'm going to keep an eye on it over the next few days, and we'll watch what happens with it. It's very easy to tell which egg it is, of course, and we'll watch what happens to it in terms of hatch. Okay, so that's my little drama for tonight. It's been nice to have you here, and I'll see you again tomorrow when I will be starting to candle some eggs. Thank you very much for watching. This is Kath from raisinghappychickens.com, wishing you a very happy hatch.